Hi Scorpio, welcome into your mid-February 2023 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to, of course, thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, do keep in mind, this is general for the remainder of your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. But as you can see, I did pre-pull 4 Gilded Tarot to begin the layered spread for your reading. And they are beautiful energies, so I do feel like it's going to be a very positive remainder to your month. But the overall message I channeled for you, of course, to speak upon your money and career, an increase of money and success that's meant to be. An increase of money and success that's meant to be. Beautiful. So let's begin with the cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel like you're putting in a lot of hard work. There's a sense of your efforts throughout the remainder of the month and previous efforts paying off for you. If you're a business owner, you're seeing customers and clientele flow in quite nicely, potentially more than before. I see growth. I feel like you're growing through your work. Do find the balance in all though, because I feel like you're very hungry for more success, more money, especially when you see progress taking place. So just beware, don't overwork oneself, right? But I do feel like you're not shy of putting in the hard work and being viewed by coworkers, customers, clientele, people who view your online content, authority figures, as even people that potentially work for you for some, as very responsible, very dedicated, and just again, not shy of putting in the hard work. And this is paying off for you. But it feels like you're hungry for more success, more money. And this is kind of putting fuel to your passion, to your motivation. But again, just try to find the balance in it all. But we're moving on to the Hierophant. Beautiful. So there's a feeling of things changing for you for the better. I do feel as if your intuition is coming into play, could tie into your work in one way, shape, or form. Wouldn't be surprised if some of which drawn to the reading are spiritual workers, light workers, tarot readers, healers, stuff of that nature. But I do feel like you're glowing while you're working. It feels like your work that you produce, develop, that you accomplish is even glowing in and of itself. It feels like you just do what you do and you do it well, and it feels like you're even doing better at what you're achieving, accomplishing than even you would expect. I feel like you're blowing people out of the water. Okay, so I feel like there could be some competition, even if you don't view it in that manner, right? It just reminds me of, say, I do tarot readings, and there's a lot of readers on YouTube, right? But I don't view it as competition, but some people might, right? But there is just a lot of people doing something similar to what I do. Does that make sense? So apply that to your situation, some of which this could be talking about a new job, a new business opportunity, a new business idea. It could be speaking upon past change or even current day change that's leading you towards more success and more money. I do feel like as well your approach to your work might be adjusted a little bit, even if you don't expect that. You may have to adapt to certain changes within the work environment, whether that's at home, because you could be remote, it could be in the office location or just at that business. Say somebody leaves, gets fired or quits, and then you have to pick up some extra work, or just it could be a new boss figure coming into play, a new rule or regulation, you name it. So there's a sense of having to tap into your innate ability to adapt and just go with the flow, right? And do what you do again and do it well. But it's all leading you towards, again, more success and more money. But the Six of Wands, absolutely beautiful. There's a sense of due to all your hard work, due to being hungry for more, and just, again, being very talented and good at what you do and responsible all the meanwhile, you're seeing victory come to be. It's a sense of you moving towards more for oneself. This could be, again, speaking upon you moving towards a new opportunity or just new levels of success. And I feel like some of which drawn to the reading are meant for a pay raise moving forward within the same company. And so if you feel in your bones that's meant to come to be at some point, or you've been thinking about it, desiring it, this is your confirmation. But I do feel like you are kind of to oneself when at work, or when you're just running your business. It's this feeling that may be inevitable, but it just feels like you're not fully in the mood, or just not feeling it's productive or strategic to overly socialize at work. You might even be so busy when doing what you have to do that you don't have the time to chit chat. but it's just feeling that people are seeing you as somebody who's just, again, nose to the grind, doing what you have to do, and just not really messing around, all right? But try to remember to enjoy oneself when you're doing whatever it is that's at hand for you that feels necessary or you just choose to do, because you might just be feeling quite overly serious and focused that you may need to remind oneself to enjoy it, all right? Because that can definitely help the quality of whatever it is for you and just your overall vibration and well-being when accomplishing throughout the rest of the month. The last of the 4 cards, you got the 4 of Pentacles. Beautiful. There's a sense of you thinking about where your control lies at work, at home, when it comes to your money. There, obviously, say you work for a company, maybe certain factors within the work environment, how things are run, how other people work that isn't within your control. And so therefore you're being pushed to think about, okay, well, how do I go about improving things, or what is actually in my control, right? And how do I utilize that to my advantage? But I also feel like this is speaking upon victorious levels of financial increase, monetary increase, and spirit saying this is beautiful. Try not to overspend, because it feels like you will be feeling better about your money by the end of the month, and proud of yourself if you choose to put the majority of which aside, all right? But I do feel like there's a mature way about you, a responsible way about you paying off your bills. But then after that, after you purchase what feels necessary for you, put the rest aside, all right? It feels like managing your money is key at this point. Let's pull a few more. We also have the Page of Wands. Beautiful. So it feels like there is a bit of a passionate fresh start for you, whether, again, it's a new opportunity for work. It could be just you feeling a new sense of passion for whatever you're continuing. It could be a new expansion, a new addition to your situation. I feel like whatever this ends up being for you, Spirit's saying, you may need to push oneself to take this passionate, fresh approach and mindset when it comes to what you're continuing. But if it's a new beginning, it's going to feel very passionate for you. Do watch your energy levels when you're working, because I do feel like you could be energetically affected, spiritually affected. You could just be having a lot on your plate once again. So do watch any levels of anxiety or just nervousness is what they're saying, all right? But all the meanwhile, look at that, the 7 of Swords. You might even be more victorious than people think, and you're not telling people about certain accomplishments, not really shouting it to the world, thinking this won't be advantageous for me to be telling everybody and their mother, right? So there's a bit of a humble way about how you go about your work and how you succeed and deal with those accomplishments. But I do feel like there's one, if not multiple people at work and or at home that you just really feel intuitively can't or shouldn't trust, maybe a little bit sneaky. That could be tying into why you're keeping to oneself more so, and why you are just not shouting to everybody about these accomplishments. So just trust your intuition, all right? Because I do feel like it's very strong at this point. Let's pull one more for the right side. We have the Star card. So I do feel like through the savings of money, bear with me, the increase of your financial, the increase of your finances, bear with me. You're being pushed to remember a dream you once had that you discarded as possible. You might be pushed to think about what you want to invest in moving forward, how you wish to see your career unravel and progress for oneself. Because I feel like the possibilities are endless for you at this time, so there's no need to minimize what's possible in your mind and your vision. But it's okay if you need more time to figure out exactly what this all looks like for you. But I do feel like through levels of victory, people are viewing you as a bit of a star, if not a full star. And I feel like you just need to also think about certain levels of fulfillment all the meanwhile. But look at that, the Queen of Pentacles. Because I do feel like when you present your work in the remainder of the month, when you manage your money, there's just this effective sort of easily accomplishing way about you. And again, hardworking all the meanwhile. Being viewed by one, if not multiple people, could be a community, the company you work for, as a pillar of reliable success. Beautiful. And then we also have the Emperor. So naturally, yeah, you're accomplishing, producing, developing, being pushed to, or just naturally being strategic about how to proceed moving forward, what to accomplish next, what you wish to see added to your plate next. Again, I feel like there's part of you that's thinking about the vision of the future of your business, or could be one that you wish to see come to be, wanting more independence, could be the future of your position or just in general with that company, the future of your financial investments. There's a very smart and mature way about how you're visualizing, imagining, and I want to say even investigating, researching all the meanwhile. But I do feel like this is a very passionate remainder of the month for you either way. And I see that you're allowing for oneself to be quite proud because, again, it feels like your hard work is paying off. And there will be no shortage of passion as you make your way to wrap up the month. Again, an increase of money and success that's simply meant to be. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll see you next time.